Hello, hello, hello. It's me, Dr. Stephanie Fine. I am here with you as part of Maintenance University, and we talk about how to maintain weight loss here. It's my favorite thing to talk about because it is the most important part of weight loss. If you don't have maintenance, you got nothing. So today we're actually going to be talking about the key. I mean, honestly, this is the most important skill you can have. And what that is being able to tolerate discomfort. Now, here, and I want to clarify, right? So to me, there's two types of discomfort. There's the discomfort of growth. So that's a discomfort of trying something new. And then there's the discomfort of staying stuck, of regret. So of not learning anything new, of just staying where you are. And in weight loss, it's very easy to see, right? The discomfort of growth is changing patterns and behaviors so that you're getting to the goal that you want, which in this case would be weight loss and maintenance. The discomfort of not doing that, we are very familiar with that discomfort. Physically uncomfortable with your clothing, embarrassment, shame, disappointment. There's so much there. And so I would pick growth discomfort every time, right? Because you're moving in the right direction when you're doing that. Now, it seems like you have a choice, right? That if you avoid the discomfort of growth, you won't have any discomfort. But that's just not true. If you avoid the discomfort of growth, you will have discomfort. And it's this discomfort of not getting what you want. And believe me, that's uncomfortable. Now, couple things with that. What can make both discomforts way more uncomfortable? Beating ourselves up. So the suffering is optional. The discomfort may not be optional, but the suffering is. So when we realize we haven't done anything to change and we're weighing the same we weigh and eating the same way, and we start beating ourselves up for that, that is so painful. Part of the pain, certainly, of course, is the mean talking, but it's the realization that we don't have our own back, that we're not supporting ourselves. We're not proud of ourselves, behind ourselves, compassionate with ourselves. So there's so much suffering that can go on in the discomfort of staying still, okay? And in the discomfort of growth. So if, let's say, we are trying to lose weight and chips is an issue, and today was the day that we just had a whole bunch of, a ton of chips. The discomfort of realizing that we've done something we didn't want to do is one thing. And then the beating ourselves up about it is the really bad thing. And in fact, the beating ourselves up about it makes us avoid the behavior and the changing behavior in the first place. You see, why would you go somewhere that you know you're going to beat yourself up? If we can take all the beating ourselves up away and then just deal with the true psychological discomfort that comes with change, we can handle it, because the truth is that discomfort of growth is short-lived if we don't resist it or beat ourselves up about it. So let me give you an example. This example was what I gave in the blog, which was the burger lesson. Where we'll find ourselves getting into the problems is that we want to be perfect with weight loss or anything else. So if we go on a real strict diet, of course it'll work, right? If you lower your calories a lot, you will. But then the minute we go off or do something else, it's like a trigger and we forget the whole thing. That will never work for maintenance. All or nothing thinking will never work for maintenance. Okay, I'll say that one more time. All or nothing thinking will never work for maintenance. And so that's why this skill of tolerating discomfort is the most important. When you would normally be disappointed in some behavior, you just tolerate the discomfort of, oh, bummer, not again. And then we examine what happened. oh yeah, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Oh, I forgot the chips were, I bought the chips at the grocery store. I'm not going to do that. I do want to get better sleep. And so I'm going to, whatever I'm going to do to make sure I get to sleep. I didn't have enough water that day. I waited too long to eat. There's so many things that you can just objectively, with curiosity, look and see, oh, you know what? Next time it's going to be a lot easier because I'm going to change each of those things. The discomfort then becomes just a call to action rather than a deep, shameful moment. It does not have to be that. It can just be like, oh, bummer. Didn't do what I wanted. Okay, how can I change that for next time? Because with eating, there are so many next times. So the perfect doesn't matter. The imperfect is our best friend. So that saying, perfect is the enemy of the good, right? I'll tell you that good enough, you will lose weight and maintain it. Perfect will actually ruin you because you may lose the weight, but you'll gain it back. So good enough, doing things the way you want to more than you don't, even if it's just a little bit more, will get you results. It will. Tolerating that imperfection is what I'm talking about here. And if we're not beating ourselves up about it, the discomfort is minimal. I promise you. So that's the point about it. And there was a saying too on the Facebook page, discomfort is the currency of success. And that is really true. Because when no one likes the feeling of failure, and failure is certainly a big word, but when I'm talking about failure and success, you miss the mark. Bummer. Like, everyone likes to hit it right in the center of the target, but we don't always do that. And that's totally fine. As long as we have our own back, we are kind to ourselves, we know there's time to change positions and try again, that will always, always, always work in the long run. And with maintenance, that's all we're ever talking about, the long run, right? So we got that. We got time on our side. So that is the best skill you can have for maintenance, tolerating imperfection, getting good at that. And here, of course, here's the secret, because this is completely true about everything with maintenance. When you get good at tolerating imperfection in your eating and being able to move on from it and not just throw in the towel and everything goes back to the way it used to be when you were gaining. When you can tolerate that, anything is possible for you. Not only having the body weight you want, but trying for the job you want, the relationship you want, the life goals that you want. It's all there because none of it goes perfectly. It just doesn't. And let me tell you something. I learned that I am in the process of learning that, and definitely felt like I learned it the hard way. If you go through school getting, good grades, you don't learn this very well. You just don't. Because you see that there's an assignment, you work really hard, you get an A, I can be perfect. And then when you're not, the world comes down on you. Not the world outside, the world inside. So sometimes you have to learn that lesson in just the messiest way, but however you can learn it, learn it. So that's what I got for you today. To me, this is a biggie. This is it. This is the hugest one. And it's the most difficult to sort of convince someone of unless they go through it. So I'm here to ask you to tolerate imperfection. When one meal goes bad, figure out what you'll do next time and continue so that you don't drop it and start again Monday. You start again with the next meal. You can do this because imperfect gets you where you want to go. Promise. Sending lots of love. See you next week. Bye.